A journey to Cape Coast, the capital of the Central Region, revealed that over 37,000 students across the world come under one family known as UCC to seek higher education. The University of Cape Coast is located on a hill overlooking the Atlantic Ocean and operates two campuses, the southern campus known as the old site and the northern campus known as the new site. The University of Cape Coast was established in 1962, a befitting tribute to a historic town and the cradle of education in Ghana, Cape Coast. Academic work for every semester commences with online registration, the first of its kind in the country, that was introduced in 2002 by the University of Cape Coast.
So this office came into being around 2000. We went into first trial run of a student records system, which is called Ucc Online Student Information System, in 2001. And with that one, we capture information from students during registration directly onto the computer. That's why it's called online. And after that, the system will then generate all the reports and move them into the right portals. There are portals for lecturers, portal for registration officers, portal for examination officers. That enables lecturers to key in assessment, examinations, and other students' academic records as and when they come in. Now, if this is done in time, then students' examination results, transcript, and everything can be generated early.
There is this introduction of online registration. You just need to log into UCC My Portal, and then all your results, what have you, anything about you, student particulars, everything is there. And I think this is very, very, very commendable.
The university has 6 traditional halls of residence: Adesha Hall, Atlantic Hall, Ogwa Hall, Kesley Hayford Hall, Vanko Hall, and Kwame Nkrumah Hall. The university is organized into 7 faculties and schools, namely arts, science, education, social sciences, agriculture, business, medical sciences, and a board of graduate studies. Plans are already afoot for the establishment of a faculty of law in the university.
The University of Cape Coast is certainly different from other universities. As you know, we were the first university to be given the mandate to train, personnel for the educational system of the country. This mandate was the sole preserve of the University of Cape Coast until the University of Education was recently set up. For that reason, we are different from the other institutions. Besides, we have tried to look through the needs of society and have tried to bring up programs that are tailored to meeting these needs. We have several sandwich programs, as you already know, which address specific issues of environment, labor issues. And even recently, we opened our medical school, which is the 4th in the country, just because of the dire statistics we have of the patients and doctors. And so that makes the University of Cape Coast in a way different.
The Human Biology Department prepares students in the careers of health and other related areas.
The objectives of establishing this department is to equip students with knowledge and skills that will prepare them for careers in health and other relevant areas of the economy. The second objective is to deepen the scientific understanding of biology in relation to health issues at the local and international levels through teaching, learning, and research. The third objective is to provide the foundation for the biomedical sciences components of the medical education program of this university. And now that the medical school has has come into being, we actually modified this department to stand on its own, devoid of the medical school, to prepare students for biomedical programs like parasitology, medical microbiology, human anatomy, human physiology, human ecology, and human genetics. So we are doing these as purely academic subjects so that students who pass through this program can do their MPhil, their MSc courses, and even PhD. And when they come back, they teach here in this department or they teach in the medical school.
It is the only university that awards teaching certificates in terms of diploma and degree in the whole of Ghana. One other special thing about University of Cape Coast is that for the past 2 years we have seen tremendous development in terms of infrastructure, in terms of student growth, in terms of staff strength. Student growth, I can say, has increased over 30%. Infrastructure development, we can say it has increased over 45%. In 2006-2007, a couple of projects were introduced. As we speak currently, we have a development project that is going on in the science faculty. In the near future, everything will be concentrated at the new site because new infrastructure developments are coming. In terms of infrastructure like library facility expansion, the university currently have an allocation of 15% of its annual budget to library facility. So each year, fees or income generated, 15% of it is allocated to library facility. That shows that the university is committed to research and development. As I speak to you, the students themselves are coming out with other projects in terms of transportation to be able to let students move around campus with ease. In lieu of that, the university was able to buy buses. We currently have about 8 buses running on campus. We also have the SRC bus, which the students themselves bought with their own coffers. We also have a partnership between the university and Metro Mass Transport that comes into the university to help movement of students from one side to the other, making transportation easier.
The provision created by the library for the visually impaired and distance learners is exceptional by far.
We have a resource center for the visually impaired. It is well equipped and it has 16 computers. All of the computers are fitted with the JAWS software. The JAWS software enables the blind user to access his mail and to type anything that he wishes to do. Initial training is offered to all the blind students who come to level 100. We've also provided scanners and braille embossers. These are braille printers. These scanners and braille embossers enable any blind student to use any of the books in the library. We also have a digital library for distance learners. We want to encourage distance learners to access other sources of information, and it's only ICT that can make this possible.
Create a different file, navigation.html. Within that file, you try to create a doctor declaration, and the doctor himself should be the one you use for your understanding. So you can copy that to your understanding, the doctor and place it in the new document and save it as well. Because navigation.html.
The University of Cape Coast started the entire revolution of IT in the country with 2 affiliate computer science and IT departments.
they look different from other programs that are being run in the university. When the department started, we brought on board three programs. The first program being the computer science program, the second also being a B.Ed computer science program. The other difference that this program will have, you can notice on this program, is that the computer science department produces graduates from all sectors of the economy. The other thing about our program is that our class size is small, and that allows us to pay more attention to our students. And besides that, we are also one group of people who, because of the technological implication, we use computers a lot. So laboratories are available for our students to use to implement whatever program that they are supposed to do or whatever assignment that they are given. Our students are also encouraged to have laptops and other things when necessary so that they can use that to practice whatever they have been taught. One can say that we have so far produced 41 computer science graduates. The IT graduates we have is just 1 year ago, 29 people. And they are also available in the field. Last year, a member of SAP was given the highest award ever so far as the growth of internet and its governance is concerned. And this award went to no other person than Professor Nina Ukweno, the first person who ever talked about a department in this university. And this award is known as the John Postel Award. It is only given to people who have excelled in helping and spreading the use of the internet in any continent, and he is the 9th award winner.
Why should someone choose UCC for his education, and especially in relation to information technology and computer science?
Well, I mean, there's no comparison. I mean, if UCC started the whole revolution of IT in Ghana, and UCC affiliated comes up with the highest award possible for internet engineer, I think this is the place to be. The focus is on UCC. Whatever it is, UCC has created this kind of climate, this kind of environment that is generating such well-recognized, contributions, and so I believe it is the place to be. That's not to say that you can't do good work in UST or Legon, but in every field, there's usually centers that emerge that are not created by people, but that just merely emerge. And if UCC has emerged as a pioneering leader in this area, it's well worth it for UCC.
One of the emerging departments that has so much to offer in the future is the Department of Music and Theatre Studies.
The Department of Music and Theatre Studies was started in 1974. Until 2003, the department was known as Department of Music because the department started as the Department of Music, running a 5-year program. By 2003, there was the need for the department to expand to include Theatre Studies unit. So the Theatre Studies unit was started in 2003 with the first batch of students. Currently, that first batch of students is in the final year and will be passing out very soon. This part is very successful. It has trained a lot of musicians, some of whom are currently working in secondary schools, and some have gone further to teach in the university.
What do the students have to say about the university?
I will talk about the University of Cape Coast in the context of their grading system, where one has to get 80 before he or she can get an A. Beside that, it is placed strategically in the context of it being a place where a lot of the teaching population in the country are attracted to.
I came here in 2004, but ever since I realized that with respect to the School of Sciences, there's always an improvement in programs.
The science lecture theatre has been increased and we have an additional science annex.
They organize remedial program for science students, which is organized yearly to help science students who probably didn't do very well to attain admission to their various courses.
University of Cape Coast can now be said as the university of choice. So if you really want to experience learning, what it means to learn, and you want to go further in your education, I think that's the best training grounds for you. So if you're able to gain an experience from this school, I think you'll be able to make it wherever you go.
The lecturers let the students get involved in research. They don't just spoon feed. Okay, so students get involved in research. So at the end of the knowledge base is broadened. And then we get board courses too, so it's also widens our scope and all that. So I think it's the best university. Everybody should endeavor to come here.
A few years back, if you mention University of Cape Coast, people will hardly recognize it as a prime university of Ghana. But over the past few years, infrastructure has improved, and now we are fit to be called a university, offering a wide range of choices. Thus the name University of Choice. Other interesting features about this university is our grading system, which is 80%, unlike anywhere else in Ghana presently. It's very difficult out here for the students, but I think the campus life doesn't expose us to a lot of social livelihood. So we are able to camp ourselves in and around the campus, study and make the grades.
I think it's all about learning. But it also depends on how you use your time. If you can use your time wisely, you can also have fun as well.
In UCC, as they say, University of Choice. In fact, it's a university of choice because you come here, a whole lot of quizzes, exams, everything is jet.
I entered into the University of Choice and I realized that I have actually attained another height altogether. I am convinced beyond every shadow of doubt that as soon as I get out of the University of Cape Coast, I can fit into any society.
I think the freedom of worship in school has shaped our lives a lot because most of us didn't come very good, but I think we are going with some special qualities.
There are lots of opportunities. We've been given the chance by Kofi Annan that even after school, if we want to go into aquaculture, he would sponsor us. That's our Greek student.
What do the alumni have to say about their alma mater?
UCC has been of immense help to me in so many ways. And like every alumnus would accept, UCC and the benefits that come is quite unlimited. The first I can think about is the kind of critical mindset UCC is able to instill in you. When you go through UCC and the institution also goes through you, UCC benefits you in a sense that it makes you look at things from a critical perspective. You are able to judge things aright. You are not subjective. You don't accept things in them con. You accept things after you have processed them and they make logical sense to you.
It's the best place to study because the academic environment is very challenging. It puts you in a state that such that you'll be able to meet a lot of challenges in the work environment because there's a lot of demand on you academically. So you're always on your feet. You always want to work hard to meet the challenges that come with it.
The experience you get from UCC, it's enough to make you face the challenges out there in the world.
Being here, it's made me very, very disciplined because learning with the quizzes and a lot of things, it makes you really disciplined. So even up to here, I don't need somebody to be guiding me. Based on what I learned, I'm able to put it to bed because I have the experience based on the training session and everything that we went through.
We are not only confined to providing campus-based education and training for people. We are also the leader, as you would know, in distance education in this country. And we have students on distance who outnumber the students on our regular programs. And that is why everyone should choose to come to the University of Cape Coast, because we are different from others, and we tailor our programs such that they meet the demands that are out there. They satisfy the needs that are out there, and that is a plus for us, and we are very proud of that.
This is why you have to choose University of Cape Coast, now the university of choice in the West African sub-region.